Yo, what's up, peoples? Mood 616 with another entry in my top 25 personal MCs of all time. I might as well just get right into this because this might take a little bit. Got a fair amount of albums to show. At number 20, representing New York. You can hear him in the background. The one, the only. Oh, got the thing sitting over here. Cannabis. That's right. I know Cannabis doesn't make, you know, the most spectacular albums in the world, but I cannot deny the fact that the dude lyrically is like on a whole nother level, you know. So, but getting back to his debut album produced by Wyclef from the Fugees. You know, I've Cannabis had been around, you know, done a bunch of guest spots previous to this record, so I had really high hopes, man. I remember hearing him on the Music Makes Me High remix of the Lost Boys song, and just going, damn, who's that cat? Could not wait for the record to drop. It dropped, and it was, you know, it was above average for me, but I wouldn't say it was top notch. But the album grew over time for me. Maybe it was because maybe it was the weakness in some of the other records, but I don't know. But I actually think this album's pretty good. It's not too bad. I think Cannabis rips it. You know, the whole battle with LL Cool J at the time was pretty cool, and you know, I thought Second Round Knockout was just a fantastic track. You know, I do like a lot of songs in here, like Patriots, Get Retarded is good, Negatometry is good, How We Roll, Channel Zero, Let's Ride. Like, there's a lot of good tracks on here. I mean, I would recommend this if you've never heard it, but you know, definitely start with this one. And then on to Cannabis's sophomore record, which came out about a year after or 2 years after. This album had a totally different feel to it. Wyclef was not on the production. It had a different feel to it. It had a few features on it. I bought some in conjunction with Rakim. Always loved that track. Thought it was really good. The Horse Mentality featuring the Horsemen was really cool. Which I think the Horsemen are completely done now. So, but it was 100 bars on here that really kind of solidified Cannabis's lyrical wizardry for me. After hearing 100 bars, it's 5 minutes of just, it's basically like 4 pages of lyrics. It's like just an insane song, and that's kind of what solidified me with Cannabis as like a lyrical genius. And just, you know, I think this album's pretty good. It's a little underrated in my opinion. I think there's some pretty good songs in here. It doesn't get a lot of love because, you know, everyone thought that Cannabis's record's a little weak, but I don't know, 100 bars, definitely worth picking this up for. And then on to Cannabis's third effort, the C True Hollywood Stories record. I don't really know what the hell was going on with this record. This is actually pretty bad. I don't recommend this album at all. There's a couple songs in here like Stan Ken, like the ripoff You Didn't Care, which is actually pretty cool. The remix is better. Different Vibe in LA. Like, this album's got a really weird vibe to it. It seems like it was very rushed. I don't know what was going on with this, but I don't recommend this record. It's got a couple decent tracks. On to probably either my favorite Cannabis record or maybe second favorite, The Mic Club. I love this record, man. Production on this is just straight up, no hooks really, just lyrics, just spraying lyrics, man, all over the place. This is what started off the Poet Laureate series. You know, he gets into it a little more down his discography, but the first song, Poet Laureate, just sold me on this record. Senior Studies, O2. Shit, man. Like, this album, it was kind of a concept record. It was just, you know, spitting lyrics, you know, basically no hooks and stuff. Liberal Arts with Vinny Paz was pretty cool. Allied Metaphors with Cool Giraffe. Shows some pretty cool features on here. I think this album is one of the best, some of the best stuff Cannabis has ever done. Highly recommend this record. Then on to Rip the Jacker. You're probably wondering, I've got the flip cover here because my cover got completely destroyed by one of my buddies. So I flipped it over to this one, which isn't bad. I actually kind of like this one better a little bit, but this might be my favorite record. All produced by Stoop from Jedi Mind Tricks. Yeah, this Cannabis, this album works very well. I really wish that he had done more with, you know, with Stoop and stuff. So, but No Returns, Spartacus, Poet Laureate 2, man, was just like the shit. Like 7 minutes of just ripping on the mic. Really looking forward to Rip the Jacket 2 this year. Should be pretty cool. So, anyways, that's Rip the Jacket. Probably could be Cannabis's best work. Who knows? Then on to I don't know. My Control was kind of an album slash kind of mixtape. I think it was more of tracks that were just kind of put together. It has some decent tracks. The song on here, 33 Threes, is pretty cool. Cannabis Man, which is actually a shorter title of it. I think the regular song is called Can't Fuck With The Cannabis Man. I think that's the best track on here, hands down. Super Producers is pretty funny. Mind Control, it's got some decent tracks on it. It's kind of more of a mixtape, really, kind of deal. So, not too bad though. Then moving on to Hip Hop for Sale. This album just didn't really seem like it had a whole lot of direction. There's some really bad songs on here, and there's some decent songs on here. I actually haven't listened to this album in a long time. I think Dear Academy was pretty good. Hip Hop Body Rock was kind of the track that kind of stuck out for me, but it's not even that great. I don't really know who was doing the production on this. I think it was just a bunch of randoms, but see, this is kind of where Cannabis started using very unknown producers and stuff, and it's just sounding kind of astray a little bit. You know, Cannabis is really good on the mic, but I think the beats really held back the records. And then on to a very interesting record Cannabis did with Phoenix Orion called Defcon Zero. Cloak and Dagger, Defcon Zero. Kind of formed this like kind of mini group with Phoenix Orion, which is actually very cool. This album has a totally different sound than what Phoenix Orion was doing before. But I don't know. This album was kind of hit and miss with me. I don't know, man. Letters from the Head Trauma I thought was a really cool track, but overall this album doesn't really hold a lot of replay value for me. Kind of forgettable at the same time. You know, it is a double disc. Comes with the tour DVD and stuff. Sorry, but whatever. Defcon Zero. Check it out if you want. I don't highly recommend it at all, but. Then on to the My Club mixtape. You know, it's just Cannabis ripping. You know, it's alright. It's got some pretty decent stuff on here, but it is a mixtape. I'm not overly a huge fan of like, you know, mixtapes, like official mixtapes like this. It's kind of something that Switchblade put out, I think, really. I'm not even 100% sure this is even like fully official by Cannabis, but who knows? I mean, it did get an official release, so who knows? Mixtape. Then on to, man, this case is shattered. I actually stepped on this in my car one day. For Whom the Beat Tolls. Now, I thought this was actually pretty good. A lot of people didn't really like this, but this had more of a feel of like My Club for me. Just Cannabis just tearing apart mics. Some of the beats are interesting, but it's more of on the lines of like that My Club kind of feel. It's got the really long Poet Laureate tracks on here. The Poet Laureate Infinity track, which is 11:33 on here. That's just ridiculous. And that's part 3 and 4. There's 2 11-minute tracks on here that are just ridiculous, man. Like they just seem to go on forever, but you know, that's Cannabis showcasing his lyrical wizardry, in my opinion. But I mean, I like to listen to that. I mean, these albums aren't the greatest overall, but they're entertaining for the least. I mean, if you're into that type of stuff. Then on to Melatonin Magic. This album actually wasn't bad. At first, when I first heard it, I wasn't feeling it that much. This is kind of when he hooked up with Warlab and DZK. If you don't know who DZK is, he's like a kind of an internet legend right now. He's got like millions of songs over the place. Never dropped an official album, but some of his stuff's okay, some of it's pretty bad in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I thought this album actually had some pretty dope tracks, man. Like Hip Hop Black Ops I thought was amazing. Even like Melatonin Magic was a good track. You know, I haven't actually listened to this one in a while. I know there's a Dead by Design. I don't know, but there were some really good tracks. I remember, you know, liking this after a few listens. It took me a few listens to get into it, but, you know, it's better than a lot of people are giving it credit for. And then to the last Cannabis release I have yet to pick up the album with Keith Murray. The EP that they released a couple years ago doesn't have a physical copy, which is kind of stupid, but the album that he did with Keith Murray last year, I didn't pick up last year, and the Lyrical Law record, I just haven't downloaded. I need to pick it up though. I actually really like the Lyrical Law album. I just, you know, I can't buy every single record, but I am going to get on those, getting those. And this is Sea of Tranquility, and I thought this album was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed this album, man. Pinecone Poem, man. Golden Terror rap produced by DJ Premier. I thought this album was really good, and Lyrical Law was kind of more of what this was. Kind of getting to the better production and stuff. And actually the remix of Golden Terror rap had Bon P in it, which is pretty cool. Tanny Morgan, Mo Green was in it. Not bad, but I like the original one better. But Merchant of Metaphors, man. I don't know. I thought it was really good record. So, anyways, Cannabis at number 20 on the list, breaking the top 20 right now. And I'll be coming back with my number 20 groups here shortly, so stay tuned. Smooth 616 signing off. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Peace.